There's a strange type of horror that hits differently. Not ghosts, not monsters, not murderers, but a person who looks exactly like you, someone who walks like you, talks like you, smiles like you, and somehow lives a life parallel to yours without you even knowing. Tonight on Dark Vision, I'm going to tell you a story that still keeps a man awake every single night because he met a stranger who looked exactly like him. And the way this story ends will stay in your mind long after the video is over. My name is Evan Brooks. I'm 29 years old, and until last year, I lived a pretty average life. I worked remotely, lived alone, and didn't bother anyone. Nothing strange, nothing paranormal, until the night everything changed. It started with a message. One night around 1:30 a.m., I was finishing some work in my apartment when my phone buzzed. A number I didn't know sent just one message. I saw you today, but it wasn't you. I stared at it for a few seconds. It made no sense. I typed back, "Who is this?" A minute later, another reply came. "We need to talk." "It's important." I ignored it. It felt like some kind of late night prank, but things changed the next afternoon. I went to a small coffee shop near my apartment. When I reached the counter, the barista looked confused. She said, "Back again." I told her, I wasn't here today." She frowned. "No, you were. Same hoodie, same haircut, same face. You ordered a caramel latte and sat at the window for like 20 minutes. I told her she was mistaken, but she was so sure that it left me uncomfortable. When I walked out, I kept replaying her words. Same hoodie, same haircut, same face. I brushed it off until the messages started again. "He's getting closer to you. You saw the barista's reaction, right? Listen to me now?" I finally asked. "WHO is getting closer." The reply took almost 2 minutes. "You're double." For the next few days, nothing happened. No messages, no weird encounters, just normal life. Then, on a Thursday evening, around 7 p.m., I saw him. I was crossing a street near my neighborhood, and on the opposite side, a man stepped onto the crosswalk. Same height, same hair, same face, same clothes as me, even walking at the same pace. We made eye contact. I froze. The stranger smiled at me. Not a friendly smile. A slow, uncomfortable smirk, like he knew something I didn't. Then he turned the corner and walked away casually, as if nothing was wrong. My entire body went cold. I ran after him. But when I turned the corner, he was gone. No footsteps, no doors closing, nothing. Just an empty street. That night, the unknown number texted again. "Now you believe me," I finally replied. "Who are you? What is that thing? Why does he look like me?" This time, the messages came faster. "He's not a ghost, not a hallucination, not a lost twin. He's a copy, a mimic." I sent one more. "What does he want?" 5 seconds later, the answer came. "Your life." I stared at that message for almost a minute. It sounded ridiculous, impossible. And then the next message arrived. "Check your apartment door now." My heart started racing. For some reason, I actually listened. I walked slowly to my front door and looked through the peephole. There was someone standing there, not moving, not knocking, just standing. I didn't need to guess who it was. Even through the tiny lens, I recognized my own face. My double lifted his hand slowly and placed his palm flat against my door, like he was feeling it, testing it. I didn't make a sound. He stayed there for at least 20 seconds. Then he turned and walked away. Another message buzzed on my phone. "He can't enter unless you let him, but he's patient." For the next week, I barely slept. I kept all the lights on. I double-locked every door. I didn't see him, but I felt him. Whenever I went outside, I noticed people staring at me like they were confused. Once, a taxi driver told me, "You again? I just dropped you off at the station." I hadn't taken a taxi in months. Then came the night that broke me completely. I had installed a small security camera facing my front door, just in case. At around 2:40 a.m., I heard a soft tapping sound outside. Not knocking, just tapping. I opened the camera feed on my phone, and I almost dropped it. My double was standing directly in front of the door. His face was inches from the camera. staring into it without blinking. Then he lifted his hand and placed a finger over his lips. A slow, silent shah. I covered my mouth to stop myself from screaming. He stayed like that for almost 3 full minutes. Then he walked away. A message came in. He's testing your fear. Don't break. The next day, I decided to call the unknown number. Enough was enough. When the person answered, I heard a shaky voice. A man, probably around my age. He said, "Evan, I'm sorry. I should have warned you earlier." I asked, "Who are you?" He took a deep breath. "My name is Ryan," and I had a double two. I went silent. He continued, "They copy everything. Your face, your voice, your habits, your memories." I asked him, "What do they want?" His voice cracked. "They take over your life, piece by piece, until there's nothing left of you." Then he said something that still gives me nightmares. "They only need one thing from you, permission." Before I could ask what that meant, I heard a loud bang through Ryan's phone. Then a crash, something breaking. Ryan started screaming, "No, no, no." He got in. "Evan, run. Run now." The call cut off. I never heard from him again. 2 nights later, my double came back. It was 3:12 a.m. I remember the exact time. I heard slow footsteps outside my door. Not tapping, not scratching, just footsteps. Then he whispered through the door, the same voice as mine. "Evan, open the door." I froze. He giggled softly. "You're tired. You can't hide forever. Just let me in." I didn't move. I didn't breathe. He tried the handle. It shook violently. Then it stopped. Silence. Total silence. I waited, and after maybe 20 seconds, I finally looked through the peephole. He was staring right into it, smiling. I fell backward in fear. He whispered, "You'll give permission soon." And then he walked away for the last time. It has been 8 months since that night. I never saw him again, but I still don't feel safe because strange things keep happening. My neighbors sometimes wave at me when I haven't gone outside. My email shows login attempts from places I've never been. A woman I don't know stopped me last week and said, "Oh, it's you again. We met at the park yesterday." I've never been to that park. And last night, I found a small note slipped under my door. 7 words written in my handwriting. "You will let me in eventually." But the thing is, I didn't write it. If you ever see someone who looks exactly like you, don't approach them. Don't speak to them. And whatever you do, don't let them in. Because once they take your place, you disappear forever. If you enjoyed this story, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Dark Vision for more horror stories every week. Stay safe, stay alert, and always check the mirror twice.